and welcome to the 60th Electric Pressure Cooker! Make some virtual noise, Akron and beyond. This is our fifth and final virtual electric pressure cooker cabaret. And we are so happy to have all of you joining us here today. Now, I want to make sure we go over the rules, even virtually, of the EP Cooker open mic. They're very simple. We ask that you respect the space. Whatever space you're in now, this virtual space, your own head space, respect it. We ask that you respect the performers. We have comedians, musicians, poets, anything and everything goes. We ask that you have an open mind and allow yourself to experience the art that has been created and shared for you tonight. Lastly, respect the audience. We encourage you, even in this virtual setting, to chat. Whether you're on YouTube or in the Zoom room with us, go ahead and chat up your neighbors, and let's make this an enjoyable final virtual electric pressure cooker cabaret. Now it's time to meet your MC. This woman has been the electric pressure cooker MC 6 times. 6 times. That means she is the most valuable EP Cooker MC. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, and you love her, or you love to hate her. Oh, God. Her name is Nikki Romo.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Kyle, for that wonderful introduction. I cannot believe this is the 60th EP Cooker, and I can't believe I haven't found something else to do on a Saturday night once a month. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than with the EP Cooker family, with all of the people that have come in and out of these doors, with all the people that we've seen in the audience and the performers. I can tell you memories of all the stuff and cool things that we have seen. And it's just so exciting to be here alone with no audience. That's nice. How are you doing? Are you okay? Are you day drinking like me? Are you crying in bed? Are you getting out of bed? Are you actively working, or are you silently hoping that we do theater again? Anybody? Raise your hand if you're just okay to be okay. Okay not to be okay, right? We're gonna go with that. But anyway, luckily we still have this way of having virtual performances and entertainment, and we will be together again soon, and we will be able to just hopefully hug and breathe all over each other and share the good germs. Remember colds? Guys, remember colds? Wasn't that nice? I was like, oh gosh, if I get the sniffles, now it's like, oh dear God, I'm sniffling. Did I catch it? Is this it? Is this what we're doing today? Temperature, breathe check. All right, we're cool. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing okay. This is a lot. It's a lot to take in. So I hope that you are still wearing your mask. I hope that you're still, giving yourself the gratitude, thankfulness for what you've got going on, and looking forward and hopeful to when we figure all this stuff out. So with that being said, I'm going to be here all evening. I'm going to be living it up. I've got a plethora of props over there that are in place of our audience right now. We have them set up on chairs. We have hats. We have a ukulele. We have all things. It's a hodgepodge without the hodge is really what's happening right now. So I'm very excited about what we can pull out. A long time ago, I hosted an EP Cooker at the basement, and I pulled out all the stops. And you know what? When in Rome, pull out the stops again is how I like to say it. So, without further ado, you want me to stop talking, right? Good, me too. So let's get to our first performer.
Just an average day in the 90s. Living average 90s life. I'm so excited. Ooh, I can't wait for new episodes of Saved by the Bell. What's that? Hang on there, 90s man. I'm a time traveler from the future. I have come to warn you of the year 2020. Oh my God! You're from the future! The year 2020! Oh my God! What's gonna happen in the future, man? I have to fill you in a lot of background here. But first, the most important thing is to remember that in the year 20... They have flying cars? No, there are no flying cars in the year 2020. What about hoverboards, man? Yeah, we got hoverboards. Oh my God! Like in Back to the Future? No, they just like a flat board and it's got two wheels on the side and you balance on it. It doesn't sound like a hoverboard at all. Cause it's fucking not, okay? It's not a hoverboard, it's just bullshit, okay? The year 2020 sucks. Oh my God, the future sucks? What happens? You may have noticed that I'm wearing a mask. Oh my God, is it like Mad Max? God, I so wish it was Mad Max, buddy. I wish I could tell you it was a Mad Max future. No. In the future, everyone wears a mask, except for assholes, because there is a deadly virus going around killing all the elderly people. Oh my God, so that mask protects you from getting the virus? No, that's not how it works at all. The mask prevents me from giving you the virus. I wouldn't have worn the mask back in time so you could give me a virus we don't have yet. That doesn't make sense. The mask makes it so I don't give you the virus, okay? It's literally the reason doctors wear masks in surgery, okay? It's not a hard concept. You wear a mask, you don't give diseases to other people. It's what they're for. I just thought doctors wore the mask so they wouldn't get blood in their mouths. Why would a doctor get blood in his mouth? It doesn't make... Never mind. Forget about that. Okay. Anyways, year 2020, there's gonna be a terrible virus, okay? But you need to warn the people not to remove Barack Obama's stockpiles of emergency supplies for a pandemic. Who's Barack Obama? Okay, you're right, 90s man. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here. I've got to fill you in on some history that leads up to 2020. Okay, so in 2000, everybody elects a fake cowboy who claims he's from Texas, but he's really from like New England and his grandfather's from Ohio. But he acts like he's Texas. And we elect him and he's stupid and the government's secretly run by his vice president who is essentially evil. Oh my God, the vice president's evil? How evil is he? He once shot a guy in the face and then that guy had to apologize on television. Whoa. Yeah, he's pretty fucking evil. Okay. So anyways, where was I? We elect the stupid cowboy. The fake cowboy guy fucks up so bad and everyone hates him so much that America is finally ready to say, hey, let's have a black guy do it. And so we elect this guy named Barack Obama, and he's the first black president of America. Oh my God, a black president? So like in the future, you guys defeat racism? No, 90s man, we do not defeat racism. The future is hella racist. Like, it's real bad. How racist is the future? Well, I put it this way, the Nazis are back. Nazis are back? 90s man, that's a surprise to you because you're in the 90s, the decade where everyone knew the Nazis were evil. Like, in your decade, even the conservatives know that. That's why Walker, Texas Ranger, gonna roundhouse kick his way through neo-Nazis in every other episode of that show in your time period. I get it. So you're very surprised the Nazis are back. But on the plus side, the Batman movies just keep getting better. It's not an even trade. I get that, but you gotta look on the bright side. The Batman movies get even better? I know that's blowing your mind right now because you currently think that Batman Returns is the greatest comic book movie ever made. But in the future, that movie's gonna look like dated bullshit where no one can move their neck and everything is set on a set. Yeah, no, comic book movies are gonna get way better than that horse shit. You're gonna look back on it and only the goggles of nostalgia are gonna convince you that those movies are good. That's how good comic book movies are gonna be in the future.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, the Aquaman movie is gonna make $1 billion.
The Aquaman movie makes $1 billion? How bad is inflation in the future?
Inflation's pretty messed up in the future. I'm gonna give you that one, but that's not the reason the Aquaman movie makes $1 billion, okay? Plus, in the future, Aquaman's not white anymore.
Oh, a black Aquaman? I guess that's pretty cool.
No, Jesus, 90s man. Why do you gotta be so racially binary? No, in the future, Aquaman is Samoan.
Like the Girl Scout cookies?
No, 90s man. No, not like the girls. Read a fucking book, 90s man. Jesus Christ. Use Alta Vista to look up Samoa. Or something. God. Wait, do you have Alta Vista? Never mind. Forget that. Anyways, we gotta get back to the emergency at hand. Okay, so we elect the black guy, and he's kind of cool, but he's actually not super different than a white guy when it comes to being president. So he still makes a bunch of decisions that are questionable, like killing people with robots.
Killing people with robots?
Yes, 90s man, in the future we kill people with robots. We also have video cameras everywhere and supercomputers we keep in our pockets, and no one really appreciates because they are slow sometimes. Anyways, back to what I was saying, 90s man. These are important details. Okay, so 90s man, in the future, after Barack Obama, first black president, gonna be elected president, is gonna reveal how incredibly racist our country really is, when half the country just gets mad at him for just basically being black. And then the country's so mad about it, we're gonna elect Donald Trump to be president.
The guy from the Home Alone 2 movie?
Yeah, in the future, that guy's president. I can tell by the sound that you're making, you're a little incredulous to that, but that's okay, 90s man. Trust me, it's a thing that happens. Anyways, we elect this guy president, and the thing about it is he just is sort of a one-man improv team, where he just spews constant bullshit. And people buy it because he sounds good saying it, even though it's nonsense. But he essentially wins because in the future, no one likes Hillary Clinton.
What's wrong with Hillary Clinton?
You're in the 90s, so I understand why you think that. But trust me, by 2016, everyone's pretty fucking sick of her. So anyways, he wins, and it's a disaster. He's just a crazed lunatic. And he's so bad that the Democrats try and impeach him. Sort of like they're gonna do to Bill, sort of like how the Republicans are gonna do to Bill Clinton.
The Republicans are gonna try and impeach Bill Clinton?
What year is it? Never mind. That might be a thing that happens. I hope I haven't changed the timeline. Oh God, I hope I haven't changed the timeline. Wait, I hope I have changed the timeline. Anyways, back to this.
You don't understand entirely. You don't understand the existential threat to civilization that the Trump administration is gonna represent, okay? Because here's what's gonna happen, okay? Donald Trump is gonna collude with foreign powers to get power to help him win elections. That sounds really illegal. You're right, because it is. But it won't matter, because when the Democrats go to impeach him, it'll be a bunch of bullshit, because they'll never have the numbers to impeach him, because their entire plan will resolve around Republicans agreeing to turn on him. And if there's one thing I need to warn you severely about the future, is that in the future, Republicans basically have a hive mind of sucking Donald Trump's dick.
But here's the important thing. Essentially, Trump gets in office, and it becomes very apparent that his whole goal the whole time was just he really hated Barack Obama, and he just tries to undo everything Barack Obama does, including removing our medical stockpiles that were set up specifically in case of a pandemic. So that happens.
It leaves America totally vulnerable to the pandemic. So you have to tell the people, 90s man. You have to tell them. Do not let him get rid of the stockpiles. Do not let him get rid of the pandemic response team created by Barack Obama. These are important things that need to be in place for the future, 90s man. So that's the future you're moving towards. Pandemics, Batman movies, and a crazy orangutan with a wig as president. There, you happy, 90s man? Now that you know the future, could you I don't know, I'm finding the future kind of intimidating. Could you tell me is there anything cool or good in the future? Well, besides the Batman movies and Aquaman, we get Ohio has medical marijuana. Medical marijuana? But future man, the television told me that marijuana is a gateway drug that'll lead to me doing crack cocaine and selling my body to get high. Damn 90s after school specials propaganda. Well, fine, then. But guess what? In the future, everyone loves weed, okay? That's a fact. I don't know what that means, because I'm a good guy who never touches drugs. Shut up, 90s man. Shut up. Okay, where was I? Is there anything else good in the future? Sure, we're going to have incredible apps like DoorDash. What does that do? It's gonna bring food to your house. Like when I order delivery? Yes, except you can order it from anywhere, even places that don't deliver. Like McDonald's? Don't get so fucking excited about McDonald's, you piece of shit. Whoa, why are you yelling at me, man? No, I'm sorry, in the future everyone hates McDonald's. It's still there and people eat it, but we hate it, trust me. Okay, 90s man, I gotta go. I got a lot of stuff to do in the future. Oh, one other thing before I leave 90s man, just don't get on a plane. Don't ride a plane in September 11th, 2001. Just stay home that day. If that's a thing you were thinking about doing. That's a long way in the future for me. I know, just don't ride a plane then. Don't worry about 90s man, I've gotta go. No, wait. Come back! Tell me what's gonna happen! You can't just leave me like this! I don't understand! Oh man. This has totally blown my 90s mind. Whew. Oh, it's a good thing those new episodes of Saved by the Bell are gonna come on to calm my mind.
I think I can honestly say Reuben Ryan is one of my most favorite parts of EP Cookers. Like, Reuben, how many times have you hosted? Just comment down below. Probably hosted, performed, like all of the fun things. And I think that he is one of the most creative comedians here in Akron, and we are very lucky that he sent in the I think I peed my pants just watching it. That was amazing. Thank you. Now, moving on in our time, we have such a lady who has danced her bits all over Akron, shall we say. She has tiptoed through the tulips. She has pirouetted down the street. She may have danced on some linoleum somewhere that I probably have been there to see it. But this lovely lady says she's been to 50 of our EP Cookers. Out of the 60, she's been to 50. So, I'm not good at statistics and percentages, but that's a lot. So I'm excited to see her jiggle and dance for us today. Give it up for Kendra Strickland.
Hi everyone, it's Kendra. If you've been following me on my Facebook page or even the EP Cooker page, I had posted a unplugged version of Bon Jovi's You Give Love a Bad Name song, and I've been choreographing to it, and it's a little jazzy number, but at 8 o'clock this morning, I had an epiphany. I had decided that since this is kind of the end of the EP Cooker for a while, to bring things full circle and do the very first dance that I had done 6 years ago at the EP Cooker. This choreography I learned 20 years ago at Worcester High School dance team, go Generals, And if you followed my EP Cooker dance career over the past 6 years, you will see chunks of this choreography pop up in other dances. It's just so good. So without further ado, this is that choreography to Ace of Base cover of Bananarama's Cool Summer. So this is their blazing remix version of the song. Ace of Base, Cruel Summer, first dance I ever did at the EP Cooker back in 2014. Here we go. That's it. Bye, everybody.
Wow, Kendra! I've got my eye on you. You're looking good, lady. If you think Kendra was good, let's see a Zoom reaction. Woo! Yeah, look at all those. I can see all of them. That's nice. That is nice. All right, moving on in our night. Something fun, something exciting, or something just sad? Give it up for the Sad Boys!
Hi, I'm Sasha, and I'm a prostitute. But don't get any ideas. You still need to stay 6 feet away. But since nothing you can do at that distance is illegal, I thought I would advertise. So find me on Tinder, just swipe and I will start asking you for money. No, I do not want to be your girlfriend, and I don't cut hair.
Oh yeah, this is so good. I can barely tell we're not having sex.
Oh yeah, so good. Good job, babe.
Thank you. Your praise means a lot to me.
Oh yeah. Awesome. That's so great.
You're like a parental figure to me now.
That's right. Swipe on me, and that could be you.
Well, I don't think we can fit any more teeth in there. You're pushing 60 as it is. But I think we could sharpen the back ones, though.
Stop whatever it is you're doing and watch this.
Hello, boys and girls. I am Abigail Plum. I have a proposition for you, and if you refuse, I shall feast on your souls. I command you to join hands and permit me to enter one of your bodies so that I may walk the earth in human form. I crave your Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef and will impregnate the most fertile member of the human race, George Foreman. You have 30 minutes to comply.
Was that his real voice?
Of course not. Nobody sounds like that.
Nobody human.
Well, I nominate Drew as the Demon Body host.
What? This isn't even real. This is some guy making a dumb video. Jeremy, where did you even find this? Did you pick it up off of the street?
I was going to watch the bonus features of Apollo 13. I put the disc in, and this plays.
Oh man, Apollo 13 is so good.
Yeah, it really is. Ron Howard's he's a great director.
Guys, this thing's gonna eat our soul.
I already said Drew should be the surrogate, and that guy said we have 30 minutes. When did you first watch this?
28 minutes ago.
Oh, we have plenty of time. Here, Drew, give me your hands.
Would you stop? This isn't even real. This weird guy just made a dumb video and tricked Jeremy by slipping it into his DVD collection.
I keep my movies in a safety deposit box in Manhattan. There is no way somebody slipped this into my collection.
That's such a good idea.
Jeremy, this isn't real. Everyone calm down.
I want to assure you, this is totally real.
All right. I guess we have to do this.
Abigail Plum. Hello. How are you? We're doing okay. Someone didn't do their dishes this morning. Anyway, we want to let you know that you are permitted to enter
Drew's body.
Mike's body.
But guys...
Sorry, dude. You asked for it.
The phantom of the George Foreman is here, inside my mind.
Get over it.
Hi, I'm Grifted Chaps, but my students call me Sensei. In 1991, I was mugged by renowned thespian William H. Macy, and ever since, I've been growing a superior mustache in defiance of the assault. I also opened my own dojo in order to teach Tammy, hold the camera, I've been teaching everyday people methods in case they are attacked by the Hollywood elite. My first technique is called eye contact. Lots of famous people have to maintain eye contact with someone when they first meet them. So when you find yourself in an altercation, do everything you can to avoid eye contact. Alright, Jim, come in. Oh, I don't know you! Oh! My next technique is called the airport. Famous people travel all over the world, so they interact with the TSA a lot, and they are conditioned to listen to their every word. Alright, now take off your shoes and remove any metal. Sometimes you'll run into a celebrity that carries a gun. In that case, it's best to have a gun yourself. But if you don't, it's best to use my technique called the bean can. Don't shoot, Jim! My final technique is the art of disguise. Famous people are playing dress up all day, so then they lose their ability to distinguish between regular people and people in costume. Look, pilot season! Yeah, that guy left. You'll find these techniques and hundreds more on sale now at Blockbuster. I go in and I slip them into the sleeves of the new releases.
And keep an eye out soon for our women's self-defense tapes, taught by Tammy Chaps.
Now ladies, if you ever find yourself subject to the unwanted affections of one of those weirdo artist types, you shouldn't his Kia soul.
Well, I don't know about you, but my friend here and I thoroughly enjoyed that performance. All three of them. Isn't that right, Ferguson? Correct. Now, Ferguson and I want to watch something more cerebral. Bring on the man, the myth, Keith Allison.
Hi, I'm Keith Allison. I have 3 poems for you today. An apology to my red baseball hat. You sit neglected, like the last kid to be picked at recess. A flaw in yourself you can't comprehend, one that wasn't noticed before, leaving only distant memories of what it felt to be perched proudly, frequently on my head. Now you find yourself smothered under others whose place atop the coat rack ensure you won't be tonight's choice. How could you understand that through no fault of your own, someone could make an entire color of hat stand for hatred and intolerance and leave you buried like humanity in a shadow of darkness, wondering if you will ever again see the light? Death discounted. Rows of bodies chopped or ground, endlessly piled and conveniently priced for your selection. A frozen graveyard to entice your taste buds. Whose young limbs look the tastiest, the most tender? Whose body comes the cheapest? Maybe death will arrive with a coupon. Buy one body part, get the next for 50% off. I guess death has its price. Today, it is $3.95 per pound before the coupon takes effect. It was long past time to prune the tree. A few bad apples, they said. Apples laced with poison. Apples that kill. Apples left in the barrel long after we noticed their rot. Protected by other apples who rally around them, declaring poison is standard apple procedure. Protected by qualified apple immunity to the laws of the land. Protected by a society that too often looked away or found a flaw with how the victim chewed once upon the past, or simply disliked the color of their teeth. The poison lingering, festering, dripping onto the apples below them, waiting for the next unsuspecting bite. The other apples claim the bad ones wouldn't have killed if you had been in better health. You should have been able to withstand the poison.
Howdy, partners. Let's give another round of applause for Mr. Keith Allison. His poetic jams jam me right in the heart. Thanks, fella. Now, it's time for something completely different. And I don't mean the band that used to come to the basement, because we miss you. You know who you are. But it's time now for a comedian. Let's give it up for Vaughn.
Hello, everyone. I was driving on the road one day when I saw a deer crossing sign. When I got closer to the deer crossing sign, the deer crossing sign started to hop across the road and I almost hit it. Could say so. I have a friend of mine that's very insecure, and he doesn't really think that he'd be able to attract the ladies because he thinks he's ugly. So I decided to make him hot one day. I went up to him with a couple of plant seeds, and I planted these plant seeds underneath the skin of his bald head. I then started to water them while I was watering the plant seeds. The plant seeds started to grow into plants. They kept growing and growing and growing until they started to grow absurdly long. They grew so absurdly long that they reached all the way up to the sun. Once they did that, the sun's flames got these plants on fire, and these flames traveled across the plants all the way back to my friend, which then catching my friend on fire. Once my friend was caught on fire, all the women in the world suddenly became attracted to him. Making him hot. In a creative way. Guys are fine. I donated $5,000 to charity before. I just had to because she wasn't making a lot of money stripping. I was in a terrible car accident with a friend of mine one night. When I asked my friend if he was alright, he told me he sees a light. I would have told him to not go to the light, but that's hard to do when your friend's a moth. This possum got killed by a car. Shortly after it got killed by a car, it became a ghost. Once it became a ghost, the Grim Reaper came for it to take it to the afterlife. The possum didn't want to go to the afterlife with the Grim Reaper, so it played alive. You guys are nice. This possum was traveling in the woods one day and saw a group of raccoons from a far distance away. To avoid a confrontation with these raccoons, this possum played dead. Playing dead didn't work out for this possum too well, because it turns out that these raccoons are a bunch of necrophiliacs. Yeah. I used to be a bartender. One night, this girl asked me for a shot, so I gave her a vaccination. Here's another furry critters joke. I used to have a pet skunk, and for some reason, this pet skunk of mine always smelled. I don't know why it always smelled, it just did. I took it to the vet to see what the matter with it was, and the vet says to me, "Well, son, it's dead." I was in a spelling bee, and I was called to spell the next word. I went up there, and a lady asked me to spell the word sentence. I didn't know how to spell the word sentence, so I asked her, "How do you put that in a sentence?" She says to me, "How do you put that in a sentence?" I watched this video about psychology. After I watched it, I wanted to watch a video about reverse psychology, so I played the video about psychology backwards. I was in rehab for cocaine addiction for 2 months. After I got out of rehab, I wanted to help out my sobriety by keeping my mind off of cocaine. That was really hard to do on my way home because of all those white lines around the road. I have a friend of mine asked me, "Can you eat a piece of cake under 10 seconds?" I said to them, "That's a piece of cake." I'll give you guys 2 more. I told my therapist all my life I felt invisible. My therapist asked, "Who said that?"
I haven't heard that one before.
Now here's the finale. I watched an hour-long movie about a woman giving a guy a massage. The movie finished with a happy ending. You guys have been nice, thank you.
Yeah, he does good.
He's so relaxed.
Give it up for Vaughn Wesley, everybody.
I can't
So relaxed.
All right, you guys ready for the next comic?
Let's thank Mr. Vaughn Wesley for those belly laughs and belly rolls. Am I right? Am I right? Woo! This is the one thing I like, folks. It's to laugh. And if you can make me laugh, yay, #1 in my book. Now, you might be wondering why I'm dressed like this. I figured since they let anybody be president these days, I was going to be in the running as well. What do you think? It's believable, right? You could see this face on a hat, right? You could be like a NAGA. Nikki, make America great again. I don't think that's right, is it? Folks, I haven't been doing too much for 6 months. Give me a break, all right? Anyway. Now, I suppose it's time in the evening to introduce one of the coolest people I know. And if he were here right now, he'd tell you that it's probably not him. But I think he's pretty top-notch in my book. You know him. You love him. Please don't touch him. Give it up for Benjamin Rexroad.
A simple piece of fabric. A simple 9-inch by 6-inch piece of fabric reveals so much, an oracle for our modern age. A simple piece of fabric divides for us, against us. We read omens in a simple piece of fabric. Deaths surpass 200,000, 300,000, maybe more. And all because a simple piece of fabric was too much to ask. When a simple piece of fabric is no longer necessary, all pandemics end, I wonder how I will look you in the eye as we bury our dead in the chasm between us.
After that incredibly moving poem, I thought I should put on my mask. What do you think? Is this CDC protected, you think? Is my PPE appropriate right now? Is it good? I'm an alien. Okay. But really, though, I know this pandemic is hard. I know that everybody wants it to be over. But the one thing to help it make it be over is to wear your mask. So please, do your part. Be respectful. Wearing a mask is one of the coolest things you can do for other people, to show love, to show respect, and show kindness. Yeah. Next up, the amazing creative sounds of Allie X.
Hi y'all. I'm sorry to hear that this is the final EP Cooker, but thanks again for inviting me, Kyle. Great having a reminder and all of that, because I always forget to check the dates. Gonna be sad to see you all go, but I guess I'll run into you around town and on Facebook. So I didn't really prepare much for this because I've been working on an album and trying to finish up my PhD. This is my last semester. COVID interrupted my graduation, so I'm kind of pressed for time now and haven't been doing a lot of actual performing on the synthesizer. And as a result, I don't really have my words memorized, so I'm going to have this piece of paper the whole time. Sorry about that. What I'm going to do tonight is a song called Planned Obsolescence, which I wrote when I was just thinking about how people are conditioned for specific social roles and they're kind of meant to expire. Not a real positive thinking attitude, but I wanted to get it off my chest, so I made it into a song, and here it is.
small. It's time to notice. There are rules to guide the soul. There's no winning. Embrace it. Forget it.
Thank you, Allie X, for serving up those tasty treats to me and my little friend here. We love a good jam, don't we, Delilah? She doesn't say very much. Now, let's move on, shall we? Now to someone who I think is very creative and fun, and not too hard on the eyes as well. Let's give it up and see what Greg Milo has for us tonight.
I'm a restless jerk.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, hi.
Can I help you?
Sure.
What can I help you with?
I'm sorry?
You called. What can I help you with?
Oh, thanks. You're very kind to help. I usually don't encounter many people willing to assist.
You do this often?
What?
Call random people for help?
No, first time.
But you said you don't usually encounter people so willing to help.
That's right. Do you?
Do I what?
Encounter people willing to help.
I don't usually call random people asking for help.
But you do sometimes.
I do sometimes what?
Call random people asking for help.
No, I've never done that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
Didn't mean to offend you.
You didn't offend me. I just need to get going.
Where?
Huh?
Where do you have to get going?
Excuse me?
Where are you going?
I don't know, just not here.
Why not?
I'm sorry, no disrespect, but this conversation isn't going anywhere.
Somewhere, maybe?
What?
Is it going somewhere?
Is what going somewhere?
The conversation. You said it's not going anywhere, but is it going somewhere?
What's the difference?
Somewhere and anywhere. I'd imagine not all wheres are the same.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Where?
Everywhere.
Oh, okay. Now you're just being disrespectful.
I'm being disrespectful?
No, I can't even.
You can't even.
I'm done. Please don't ever call again.
Me call you?
No, don't.
I'm calling that jerk back.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
I'm a restless jerk.
Grab yourself a Norca, you know you really want to. Grab yourself a Norca, you'll be glad that you did. Grab yourself a Norca, you know you really want to. Grab yourself a Norca and pop off that lid. What you drinking? Is it a Norca? Now it comes in 4 refreshing flavors. Is it 4? Oh, that's right, it is. Ginger ale, root beer, cherry, and orange. Has anybody at home ever chugged one down? Anybody? Raise your hand if you had to do that on stage 5 times. 5 different times. Okay? Okay? You know why? Because of this man coming up right now, who's a heck of a pop drinker, a heck of a guy, full of hair and flair. That's what I like to say about him. But he's quite a storyteller. And this video that's coming up right now is a throwback. It is Throwback Saturday, everybody. I know that's not the hashtag, but we're going to make it work tonight. We're making it work, y'all. This kid, a couple years ago, he's getting long in the tooth now, started doing some storytelling. This particular story happened in a super hot, teeny tiny flower shop basement. Let's see what he's got for us tonight. Give it up for the man, the myth, Kyle Joseph.
Muddy Mississippi at his back, the murderous man found himself at the doorstep of that very cabin, deep in the backwoods of Tennessee. It was a dark night. All the leaves on the trees were turned up. A storm was brewing. And this man, he had no shelter from the weather. But after the bastard's part in the murder of that boy, what was a little breaking and entering? Or entering, as the door simply swung open with a As soon as he set his knapsack down, the winds picked up, the thunder, the lightning struck. Noah himself would have been frightened. The cabin grew darker. An eerie chill made the hairs on the back of the traveler's neck begin to rise. To calm his nerves, he set about building a small fire with only some twigs and a match. Soon, the flames were sending shadows flickering along the walls. He took the only chair in the whole cabin over to the fire and sat down. He listened to the storm outside raging. It seemed to echo his feelings. As he sat, lost in thought, thinking about the winding, twisting, muddy Tallahatchie River, the traveler was unaware of a large black cat strolling out of the shadows. It was the size of a St. Bernard, and it seemed to just glide right into the flames, and it began to bat a coal back and forth, back and forth. The traveler rubbed his eyes. He blinked, but the creature did not disappear. It took 2 well-placed steps towards the man and laid down at his feet. Wait until Emmett Till comes round. This had to be a figment of his imagination. This was his mind playing tricks on him again. Certainly no one in the backwoods of Tennessee knew about that. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch up. His counting was interrupted by a second, even larger cat. It was jet black, size of a lion. It seemed to bound towards the fire, jumping into the flames, snapping at the popping embers. Eventually, it grew tired of this game. What shall we do with him? The second cat asked the first. Row. We shall not do anything, Row, until Emmett comes. The second cat snarled and turned its bright yellow eyes on the traveler. The floorboards began to swim. Heart attack! The darkness collapsed, tightening his chest. Heart attack! His breath caught in his throat. Heart attack! Wait until Emmett Till comes. He tried to focus. I was thinking and thinking till there's nothing I can thunk. Breathing in the stink till finally I stunk. It was at that time I swear I lost my mind. I started making plans to kill my own kind. Started making plans to kill my own kind. What shall we do with him? Directly behind the traveler's chair. Immediately the fog cleared, just like the night at the river, dumping the boy's broken body. Row! We shall not do anything, Row, until Emmett comes. The thing behind the chair laughed. The traveler's bones shook. In a flash, a third cat, if you could even call it that. Black as midnight, black as the man's soul, black as the boy's lifeless eyes. It was the size of a bear. It leapt behind the chair, directly into the flames, and began chewing all of the embers, swallowing the remaining light. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glowing yellow eyes. Scratch. The door swung open. A flash of lightning illuminated the silhouette of the broken, battered, beautiful black boy. Nobody heard the traveler's screams. And that's the story of Wait Until Emmett Comes. Whoa.
Whew. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that that video was filmed on like a projector, or maybe in photography we do pinhole cameras. So I think someone was legitimately holding some kind of cardboard cutout. But thank you to Rosalind Gentner for filming that way back when in the basement of the flower shop. And if you were with us back then, you know that this open mic isn't just an open mic. It is an experience. It is something that took on a life of its own. I remember the very first time that it happened, and I was out with Kendra and my forever plus one, Josie, and we were at Luigi's. And Kendra said, hey, Benji and Kyle are having this like thing tonight. Like, should we go? And I said, yeah, we should probably go. They're like our best friends. Let's go. So we went not knowing what to expect. It was cold. It was February, and there was just a handful of us, but it was electric in the air. It was just one of the coolest moments of my life to see something give birth to something unexpected, something that we may never see again, and we may see it in a different form. It may evolve to something that's even bigger than us, or that might be even cooler than the 60 times we've been together and been able to enjoy these moments and this fun. So, to close the evening, we are going to show you a slideshow. And this slideshow we made a couple years ago when we were collecting money, raising money for the Knights Foundation grant that Wandering Aesthetics got for the Bigger Than a Bread Box series. We had an idea from the brainchild of me and Kyle. We like to do really out there things. So we had a pajama jam, and we dressed in our pajamas, and we had it at Jilly's, and we invited everybody to play, and it was a great time. But we showed the slideshow that was some of the coolest moments from the EP Cooker. And there are hundreds, thousands, totally so many more that we can't even put in a slideshow. So you will one day see a bigger slideshow with as many memories as we can find. But tonight we're going to show you this slideshow. Just a little bit of the people that we loved, some people that we've lost, some great memories that we had, the laughter, the tears, just the fact that we were all able to be together. And I know that we can't do that right now. And for me, that's hard. The stage is empty, and we don't get to fill it. We get to rehearse sometimes, and we get to do some things, but nothing is as cool as being together, creating, performing, showing our gifts, our talents, our love for each other, and our love for our art. And even though this might be the last virtual EP Cooker, and there may be others, fingers crossed, I don't want you to give up performing. Don't give up creating. Don't give up writing. Don't give up making music, visual art. Even if you're a theater artist, do monologues, read plays. This is not the time to sit and cry, even though, listen, I do a lot. And I get upset, and I feel like, what's the point? But the point is that the hope, the little pearl of hope that will spring eternal to be able to do this. This is temporary. This isn't going to last forever. And one day we'll be back, and I know it sounds like it's going to take months and years, and we're watching the world fall apart around us. But the thing that always remains true is art. Is what we can do, is what we can perform, is what we can create. So to all the performers, all the designers, all the tech people, all the ones that help make all of these things work, the venues, the audience members, we're going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Just remember, take a moment, look at what's grateful in your life, what makes you happy, find the joy, and we'll see you again soon.